This is actually not so much response, but correction to what I saw a person who went by the name Aladdin Hazrat write at the end of a long debate with this character I believe named Daniel, which those were the two more level-headed people on this Ahmed Deedat clip that I saw. There was Parveen something and kfly67 or something, and they were the guy who was supposedly arguing from a Christian standpoint tried to say that America is a Christian nation, but not all Americans are Christians. America is secular. There's no, it's not Christian. The Parveen character has said, like, of course we hate the Christians because they're in Iraq, and that's the United States of America. And they were going back and forth of whether Obama was a Muslim or a Christian. He's very clearly an atheist. The Eastern Orthodox Christians, whether Maronite, Melkite, Syriac, Roman Catholic, that live in Palestine, despise Zionism. Because they're Arabs, they're being thrown out too. The Zionists don't care what religion you are. They just want to kill Arabs. But to Aladdin, and maybe I'll send this to you, so maybe I'll just talk to you directly. Say that the Catholics had the Trinity 300 years before Jesus was born. The Catholic Church didn't exist until after he was born. Technically didn't exist until after he died. The word Catholic didn't appear until 105 in Ignatius of Antioch's writings, when he's speaking against these other heretics and schismatics, and I have a whole video on what Catholic actually means. People think it means the Pope. The Pope didn't get any. Wasn't the Pope? There was bishops in Rome, but there was no Pope until hundreds and hundreds of years later. You say that the Quran in Surah 573, I believe it is, says God is not a third of the Trinity. That's only in Yusuf Ali, and Yusuf Ali translated it wrong. Thalatha is 3. Does not say Trinity. But the Trinity is in there. It's in, I believe, Surah 5, 171. And it is in the Bible. There is one God. Yet the Father is called God, the Son is called God, the Holy Spirit is called God. That's it. Beyond that, there's no explanation. We go by what has been revealed to us. That's it. Simple. The funny thing is that the Quran mentions these things. The weirdo Christian that you were talking to, or supposed Christian, his explanation, God the Father and the Son, or the Word, the Logos, existed from all of eternity as to the Holy Spirit. They are spatially not available. They do not sit places or walk places. They reside immaterial, apart from the universe. They created the universe, but apart from it. One God, one essence, 3 and it's a Latin word, personas, that does not have the same connotation as person does in English. But in the Quran, it clearly says to God that Jesus was the pre-existent Word, Logos, and that it was the Spirit that sent it down. That any time that the God is not a third of three, no, we would reject that. That belief didn't come about until Mormonism in after 1820. And every version of the Quran. This is a question I have in my honest questions to Muslims: is why does the Quran only attack heresies? It's like the Quran is speaking as a Catholic at the time of during the 7th century. It's just going after heresies like Marcionism and adoptionism and Coloridianism. That's the weird thing. It never once attacks Nicene Christianity, which was the existent form of Christianity at the time. All the other sects had died out or been kicked out. I said the 7th century, no, as if it was in the 4th century, because you have the Quran is arguing against Coloridians. How on earth, and why on earth would it be arguing against Coloridians? It argues against Marcionites, saying, well, Jesus ate bread. It's a lack of understanding of the hypostatic union. The reason why I'm a Christian, I'm Eastern Orthodox, and not Roman Catholic, and not any of the other Protestants. It's because I believe the Eastern Orthodox faith is the purest form of monotheism. And it beats out every other, including Sunni Islam. I always knew there was one God ever since I was born. But yeah, I'd encourage you to check out the honest questions to Muslims. Any Muslim is invited on there to leave questions or to answer my questions, because they're not gotcha questions, it's just actual questions. It's not like the questions that those weirdos were arguing back and forth, loaded or gotcha or see, how do you answer that one type of thing. It's actual questions. Why does this appear here? Why does that appear there? Why does this say this? And I'm not gonna debate any of the answers that somebody gives me. I might try to clarify or ask about their answer or an answer to one of my questions, but I'm not gonna try to debate. No, it was this. Then it would be useless. All right, peace to you. May God save Syria.